As of 12:01 a.m. on Friday, Del Norte County is now operating under a mask mandate issued by new County Public Health Officer Dr. Aaron Stutz. COVID-19, and particularly the Delta variant of the disease, is hitting this community hard. As of Thursday, at least 22 people were hospitalized as a result of the disease, and a minimum of 20 people have died. At a special meeting of the Del Norte County Board of Supervisors on Thursday afternoon, Dr. Stutz explained what he was doing and why.
This was a decision that I took, that I've been sort of developing over the last week in response to a number of people in the community contacting me and requesting that we have a masking mandate in our county. So I was in contact with a number of other health officers in Northern California, and several of them felt that masking mandates in their counties did positively impact their numbers. These are in counties that are experiencing surges or had experienced surges in the recent past. I didn't take the decision lightly. And I would also point out that of the many questions submitted to our town hall meeting that's supposed to happen in about 45 minutes, every single comment from the community was, why don't we have a mask mandate? There wasn't a single person that has said we shouldn't have one. So kind of in response to all of that, I did develop a masking mandate for our county, which I hope will be temporary. But I also hope that it will help level off some of the surge in cases that we're seeing. So the way that it reads, and I'm just going to read it briefly to you here, the salient point is that individuals, businesses, venue operators, hosts, and others responsible for the operation of indoor public settings and outdoor crowded settings and events must require all patrons to wear face coverings for all indoor settings and outdoor crowded settings and events, regardless of their vaccination status, and that they should post clearly visible signs as such. And then it also goes on just to strongly advocate that these facilities or venues provide face coverings at no cost to their patrons. But that's just a strong recommendation. And there's some clarification with the rest of the order on the definitions and everything. And I'm just trying to engage as many people in the community as I can so that we have community support for this, which is an issue that is obviously contentious. And so I'd like to have as many people on board as possible. I also am putting out just a general guidance to go along with the masking mandate. This guidance is just that, it's a guidance. It's not a mandate of any kind, but it also sort of goes hand in hand with the masking mandate. And it's basically just a strong recommendation that these same entities can at least consider voluntarily closing down or limiting the capacity to the facilities, especially bars and indoor dining, consider reducing their capacity to 50%, and that employers please allow their employees to work virtually from home when possible, as well as some other general standard precautions, including promoting vaccination in vulnerable populations especially. So that guidance is going to come out alongside the mandate, but it's reiterated in there that it's just a guidance, that we're just strongly recommending these things. And I'd like the community to kind of take that and do what they want to with it. And, there have been people in the community who've already done it before we even were considering it. I mean, you all know that, the restaurants in town have closed down, purely based on the numbers themselves. And I really congratulate them on taking that step and demonstrating that there are people in the community that are willing to do that, because I know that's not an easy thing to do.
All 5 of the county supervisors expressed their support for the mask mandate order issued by the public health officer, none more forcefully than County Supervisor Valerie Starkey.
I'll just tell you that I have supported the mask mandate since our numbers started to rise. I think that it's imperative for us to do something as a community, something as simple as just putting on a mask before we go into public buildings, public gatherings, that sort of thing. I am not shy about saying it. I think that we need to do it. We have currently 22 people in the hospital. Our deaths are now up to 20. We had 70 new confirmed cases today. Our healthcare system is getting hit, and they're getting hit hard. And if we as a community can do one thing, we can put a mask on our face and try our very best to slow this spread. That's where I stand.
Later on Thursday evening, Dr. Stutz announced the issuing of the mask mandate order as well as the additional guidance that was coming out with it at a reformulated COVID update meeting, which will be taking place weekly, at least for the foreseeable future. Questions remain about how much community support there will be for the order and how local businesses will be able to effectively enforce it. For KFUG Community News, I'm Mike Thornton.